Good morning, everyone. It is 2022, and I thought I'd go ahead and try to do some videos for my garden this year as it grows. It's just the beginning, so not a whole lot to show. Okay. Pretty much my entire gardening area I'm about to show you looked like this. All those weeds, and I had to dig them out. This will be the first spot that I haven't done anything to yet. This only gets sun till about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Thinking this might be a good herb garden. Got some kale seed in there right now, but just a few weeds that have popped back up for now. Along here is the main garden, which gets sun all day, probably about 10 hours worth. And I do have squash that I have started indoors. Got 5 plants, 3 of the regular green squash and 2 of the yellow. I also have the most amazing jalapeno pepper plant ever. Most of my seedlings get to half that size at best, but for some reason this one really took off. It already has some flowers on there, so hopefully I'll have some jalapenos soon. Again, I had to dig this entire area up from the weeds. Okay, along here will be my tomatoes if they make it. I got 3 seedlings about that big right now, so hopefully they will make it. This area I have nothing in yet. Not really sure what I'm going to do here. Still keeping that open. Over here it's going to be green beans and lima beans. Got the seeds in, just waiting for them to sprout. And I also have 5 bell pepper plants. Well, I guess, it's down to 3. Something's eating them. Alright, guess I need to get these covered up. Luckily, I have extra pepper plants because this year what I did was we had 3 bell peppers, a red, a yellow, and an orange one. And I just cut them open, threw the seeds into this bucket, and I just got a ton of seeds, a ton of pepper plants. So I actually have a whole bunch of extras here. Got some extras down here, so I guess I'll plop those back out there. Hopefully get them covered up. Never had a problem with bell peppers getting eaten before. This is my lemon tree. Not really sure if this is going to make it. It dropped all its leaves for some reason over the winter. I know there's cicada larvae down there when we had them last year. I left this out too long, so I don't know if that's the problem. If I forgot to water it, I don't know. Hopefully it rebounds. Raspberries. So all these raspberry plants on this side, and actually on this side, are all from one cane that has been spreading probably the last 5 years. And as you can see, more just pop up everywhere. So I don't know what to do with this. We don't get a whole lot off of it, so these may have to go someday, but they do spread. And the last thing I'll be having over here that I'm trying to grow on this arbor is I'm going to try to grow gherkins, the tiny cucumbers. Never grown them before, but the plants are so small. I don't know if it's going to make it. And I do have some more seeds in there, so if anybody has any tricks on growing gherkins, let me know. And here we have some cilantro. The weeds are coming back bad here, but cilantro, and some beets. And I do have some Kentucky Wonder green beans planted between there for when those are done growing. You probably could even put something in the front of these beets, maybe another pepper plant or two. Looks like this arbor got blown over last night. Let's get that back up. I do have turnips growing. Now these things are doing amazing. I mean, they're bulbing up, growing like wildfire. So I've been thinning them and eating the ones that I've been thinning. So those are doing really well. Do have a bunch of radish. About 1,000 radish seeds, so I just grow them anywhere, and they actually look like they need to be thinned. A couple more bell pepper plants. Not sure why these made it and those other two didn't. Along with some green onion in their second year, and if you don't know, onions usually go to seed the second year. I really don't need any more seed. I've saved so many that I don't know if I want to keep them or not. This area here is going to be potatoes, red potatoes and golden potatoes. I buried them, but I don't know if they're really going to come up or not. I guess we'll find out. Got a row of radishes here. That sure looking pretty good. Probably could harvest some of those and have a nice snack. We like these sauteed. We'll cut them up, put them in a skillet with some butter, and they taste delicious. And here I had to put bird netting up. Carrots is the one thing that the deer just can't stop eating. So if I don't protect these, I won't have any. And they're doing pretty well. Kind of spotty germination, which is kind of frustrating, but whatever. And some lettuce back here, which I've never really grown, so maybe I'd imagine the deer would thoroughly enjoy that also. I got that behind the netting. These usually do really well. Need to get in there and weed again. Won't take me too long. There's the garden from this angle. And the last thing, well, not really the last thing. I do have some Swiss chard in this year. I really enjoy dicing that up with scrambled eggs. Okay. And this section I usually grow into, but I don't know if I'm going to get around to it this year. I do have asparagus, which I've already eaten a few spears. Hopefully some more will come up, but I'd imagine I need to get down there and weed that out now too. But the rest of it's just overgrown, and we got some firewood, and I may try to grow some pepper plants out here, bell pepper, since I have so many. We cut this tree down and haven't done anything yet, but that's going to take some weeding too. It's getting late in the season. So anyway, it's a quick update on my garden this year. Hopefully I'll keep up with it, show you how things grow, and gives me something to get back and look back on for next year when I try to plan out my garden and get as much as I can. Oh, I did forget to mention this arbor that's fallen over. It's here mainly for Scarlet runner beans, which I'll be growing for the first time this year. So those obviously I haven't sprouted yet. I just put them in the ground. So that's what I have for this year. Thanks for watching. I'm kind of excited and can't wait to get to growing. If you have any comments, questions, anything else, just let me know. Just show you the one last thing I forgot are the peas. This is where I usually grow tomatoes, so weeds are already coming back pretty bad here, so I need to get out here and take care of those. So anyway, thanks for watching, and hopefully I can do this once a week and see how things progress.